Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. John Adebayo. Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing today? It's a pleasure having you here. If you can hear me loud and clear, do let me know by typing in the chat section that yes, indeed, you can hear me, right? Let me know if it's loud and clear as well. You are the first person to join us, so we're going to wait a bit, just a bit, before we proceed with the information that we have for today. And as we always say, the recording will be available on the YouTube channel, which is 10 Trade Africa TV, right? So I'm going to wait for your feedback to be sure that the audio level is good to go from your end, right? We have a lot to dish out today. And of course, hopefully you could take advantage of what we're going to be discussing today sooner than later. Thank you, Mr. Adebayo John. You said yes, indeed. Good afternoon, sir. So thank you for that confirmation. And then we jump into what we have gradually. Please, at any point in time, if you have any questions, do feel free to ask, and we will do justice together to them. At the end of the day, everything, and I mean everything we're going to be discussing, must make sense. It's a thing of must make sense to us so that we can take advantage. Okay, so now we are talking about the funded trader program, right? The funded trader program. And as I said, we're going to steamroll gradually. And if a few more people join, we might just do a little bit of backtrack if we haven't gone too far. The recording would also still be available on YouTube, but we want everybody that attends to be well satisfied. Okay, great. So now, when it comes to this funded trader program, we first of all want to welcome you here with us. It's indeed a pleasure. We trust that you had a wonderful weekend. Today is Monday, 27th of February, 2023. And of course, the market is up and running, right? So as the market is up and running, there are indeed a lot of opportunities, right, for us to be able to take advantage of in this coming week. And also this coming week is going to be the start of a new month as well. So yes, indeed, you are welcome. I can see we have somebody else that has just joined us, but his audio level isn't turned on yet, so might not be able to hear, or most likely not be able to hear us now. And that is Jacob Kiamadi, right? So I'm just going to drop a message here. Kindly enable your audio via Zoom in order to hear. Okay, great. So I can see before even hitting enter on that, Mr. Jacob Kiamadi, you're welcome. I want to believe you can hear us, right? So we're going to continue. So with the information that we have for you, we're talking about the funded trader program, right? We basically, in summary, in a nutshell, we were discussing how you can get funds in order to trade properly. I repeat, how you can get funds in order to trade properly, right? And of course, this is brought to you by 10 Trade. Mr. Jacob, if the audio is good to go from your end, let us know as well. You're welcome. Good afternoon. So this is brought to you by 10 Trade, the broker of choice, right? And of course, there are a lot of benefits, a lot of advantages to trade with 10 Trade. I'll be mentioning a few of them, but we'll focus majorly on the funded trader program. Okay, thank you. Mr. Chico said audio is okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. Right now, also before we steamroll, kindly help us to broadcast the link, right, by posting it up on your WhatsApp status, on your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, post it everywhere, right, online, and even if it is offline as well, give the person beside you. Let's have more people that are interested in the business of trading, right, because at the end of the day, we would all need substantial capital to trade properly. And that's why we're here to talk about the funded trader program. So kindly help us to broadcast this. Let's have a fuller house, right? We're not much for now. We understand that a lot of people normally practice Nigerian time. And then also, they might feel that this session is not for them, right? They just want to trade. But when you want to trade and you're trading with small capital, trust me, you will not make headwaves, right? You will not make headwaves. And that's why a lot of people are going into the prop firm. Also, they're going into the prop firm, the broker, 10Trade, has everything in store for you, right? Everything in store for you. We have heard the cry of traders and we're bringing everything under one roof, right? So kindly do the needful for us. Okay, so a quick disclaimer, kindly note that trading the financial markets carries a high level of risk. It's a leverage business, so ensure to protect your account majorly. That's the first thing that everybody needs to work on, account protection. Most traders, they tend to just look forward to making money, but the truth now is you need to protect. It's a thing of need. You need to protect your account, because if there's no money in your account, how will you be able to make money at the end of the day, right? Which is very, very important. That is a quick disclaimer for you, and then we proceed accordingly. Now, why are you here? Why are you here? Most times I like to answer this question, right, for you, but we would also like to hear from your own point of view why you are here. There's one word I normally use to answer this, why are you here? Let me see whether any of us could tell us why you are here. There was a reason why you clicked on the link, and then you did the needful, you signed in, and then you are here early enough. So we want to know why you are here, so we can be sure that we satisfy that reason. At 10Trade, we like to do conduct a survey to know what clients want exactly. What do you want? Why are you here? We want to ensure that in good time, even if it's not being provided now, we will provide it to you and to everybody to take advantage and, of course, get to your destination, get to that destination of financial freedom at the end of the day. So why are you here? If no reply, then no worries, we will continue. I could even just answer why you are here, but you should also always know why you are here. Okay, so no reply, no problem. So I'm going to tell you guys why I feel you are here, right? Maybe there might be a delay, and that's why I'm still talking, so at least maybe I could get one comment coming in, but nothing. Okay, in one word, you are here simply for money. Money, one word. You want to make money. Then the question I want to ask you, if you could answer, and if not, no problem. The money you want to make, what kind of money do you want to make? Do you want to make small money, or do you want to make plenty, big money? Do you want to make small money, or do you want to make plenty of money? We already know the answer. Of course, it's more or less like a answer that should not even be answered, because as you want to make money, we already know that you want to make plenty. You want to make big, substantial amount of money. And the best way to do this is by trading a substantial account balance. And that's what we're talking about, the funded trader program. Okay, thank you. I can see Jacob, Mr. Jacob said definitely plenty of money. Awesome. And you can see that's why we said, oh, nice. I like how Mr. John said it. He said plenty money with ease, with ease. We're going to talk about that aspect with ease. And that's why we tend to ask questions, right? So that to get a very, very good understanding of how you want to achieve this. We know that we all want to make plenty of money. Mr. Ambrose, you're welcome. We all want to make plenty of money at the end of the day, but how do you want to do it? And then you said with ease, and we're going to explain to you how you can achieve that. Because the truth now is a lot of traders are not making money. They're not even making small money. They're not just making money, because if they have some little profits, the losses will take away all those profits. And this is something that's happening to a lot of traders. But then there are some things that traders are doing wrong, because I have noticed from my little experience and from my time talking to traders, a lot of traders are actually very good. They know how to trade. You know how to trade. But the problem now lies where? The problem now lies with the account balance, because the account balance being small, and you want to make plenty of money, as you said, of course, you're going to over leverage using high lot size, high volumes, and so on. Good. Let's continue. You're welcome, Ade Oluyinka. So, under the 10 trade roof, there are different ways to earn from the business. And we normally like to explain all of them. And that's why 10 trade is very unique, right? So we have the trading, right? And this trading, by the way, is the one that you are conducting yourself. You are doing the trading yourself. So you are the one doing this yourself. You're trading your own account, you. But when it comes to copy trading, it's based on a fund management. It's based on fund management where you are indirectly managing the funds of other traders. So you could either be a fund manager under the copy trading, or you could even be an investor. Don't forget, you are here because you want to make plenty of money, and we're stating all of these ones so that you know exactly how you are going to be making the plenty of money. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Ade, right? And then we have the funded trader. The funded trader is what we're focusing on today, meaning that you can get funds, right? You can get funds up to the tune of $500,000. Yes, you heard me right, up to the tune of $500,000. And I'm sure this sounds a lot to a lot of traders. We're going to explain how you can get up to this amount soon. And of course, we have the aspect of partnership, which is based on referrals. And we'll still be talking about that in another webinar coming up later this week, right? So for now, guys, let's focus on the funded trader. And if you have any questions as we proceed, we will help you out at the end of the day. Now, if you notice, out of this whole 4 that we have just highlighted now, right, this is the one that traders normally concentrate on, trading their own account, right? So we're going to help you and explain the remaining in different sessions, but today is for the funded trader. So let's continue with the information that we have for you. So 10Trade as a multi-asset broker that provides different financial instruments. We are on the search for profitable traders. So if you are a profitable trader, then yes, we are looking for you. We will fund profitable traders, 10Trade will fund profitable traders with real money, and split the profit on a monthly basis. We hope that that sounds good, right? The profit will be split between yourself and the broker. And of course, the broker is the one that is funding you, is funding your account with real money. All you have to do is to prove to 10Trade that you know how to trade via any of the funding programs and get funded up to 500,000, right? Which is something that is very, very key. I am Ochechuku. Good afternoon to you. You're welcome as well. We haven't really gone way too far, but at the same time, this video, this recording is going to be available on the YouTube channel when we finish. So you just give a few hours for the uploading and then you can watch it. But then I'm sure you understand the concept of what we're talking about. As you can see right in front of you, it is the Funded Trader Program brought to you by 10Trade, right? So we're talking about how to get good funds up to the tune of $500,000. So we'll explain to you and then you see how you can take advantage of it. Okay, guys, don't forget, invite others. Post this link on your WhatsApp status, on your Telegram, Facebook, Instagram. Post it on all your social media handles, and then also post it on your, if it is an offline space, post it everywhere. Okay, so great. So this is what we have for you. And then one of the biggest problems today that traders are facing, right, we're going to break this down to explain to you properly. One of the biggest problems that traders are facing today is the trading skills, right? Number one, a lot of traders lack the trading skills. They are most likely either beginners or they're struggling. They're hopping from one strategy to the other, so they lack the skills. But what if eventually you acquire the proper skills to trade profitably, the proper skills to trade profitably, then most likely you are going to have another issue. The next biggest problem, the next biggest issue that traders face, even after acquiring the trading skills, is what? Is the trading funds, is the capital. And that's why we always say that most traders today, you'll notice they are trading with a small account size. You could be trading with like $100, some could be trading with 500 or even 200 or 1,000. The account balance is not that significant to pull out good profits each month from the market, from the financial market. So trading funds is then another issue, right? But then you can see that from the trading skills, TenTrade has trading sessions for you that you can take advantage of to learn the proper way. And then also, TenTrade even has what? TenTrade has funds available for you, right? The broker TenTrade is thinking of you. How can we make the clients satisfied? Oh, the clients need trading skills. Let's provide them with the necessary training, the necessary mentorship, and so on to help them to achieve the trading skills. Oh, traders need the trading funds. Oh, great. Let us provide them, right, with the right funds that they can use to be able to make the kind of profits that they so desire, right? Very key, very, very important. And then the major reasons why traders are not making it from the business today, of course, we just mentioned it not too long ago. It is simply because of what? Simply because of the account size. We have a lot of traders that are trading with small account balance. And when we say small account balance, is easily, especially anything under $1,000, right? A lot of traders are trading with $100, $200, $500. But then when you make, like, let's even say you make 10%, when you make 10% of your account balance, you make 10% of a $100 account. What is that? You have just made $10, only $10. Or you make 10% of a $500 account, you have just made $50. And you can see that $10, $50 is not much. But then that is why those trading with a small account balance like $100, $500, even $1,000, they want to make $1,000. Because if we were to ask you, let me ask this question, maybe you could quickly give us your answer, your feedback on this. How much, or yes, let's use how much. How much would you like to make on a monthly basis that will be good enough for you to take care of your bills, to take care of probably maybe your rent, to take care of your feeding, your clothing, and of course, some of us might have family to attend to, maybe significant other and children, maybe even parents or whatever the case might be. You must have done the calculation that if I make X amount in dollars, that I'll be good each month. So let's quickly get that feedback from you. What do you think? For those just joining us, you're welcome. Don't forget the recording will be available on the YouTube channel. And then also you have any questions, you can start dropping your questions now. And then especially when we get to the end of the session, you can also drop your questions and we will look at them together. Don't forget, we are still talking about the funded trader program brought to you by TenTrade. Okay, I can't see any replies coming in. No problem whatsoever. I could help you as well to answer that question because we know what you are thinking of. Aha, you can see this is exactly what it's about to say. Mr. John Adebayo said minimum. He actually said minimum. I was just going to say $1,000, but he said a minimum of $1,000, which means that it could be higher, but not lower. So let me ask this follow-up question. So you'll see what a lot of traders are doing wrong and what TenTrade has in store for everybody to be able to take advantage. You can see Mr. Jacob just said the same thing. He said, I'm projecting at least $1,000 every month. Okay, good. So what account balance will you be using? What is your own account balance? Meaning that how much will you be funding your own account? Let's get that feedback. So we're going to play around with maths. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of math calculation here and there, just to help everybody to understand what you are doing and how TenTrade can help you to achieve what you want to achieve faster than normal. So who can answer? What do you think your account balance would be? As you stated, you like to make at least $1,000. You know, $1,000 will cover a lot of things, especially in Nigeria. Even if there is inflation, even if the exchange rate goes up, or whatever the case might be, $1,000 will still be able to withstand a lot. You know, the minimum wage today in Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken, well, I think it's still probably around the 18,000 naira. So you make $1,000 a month, you are very, very good. Okay. Ayim said minimum of $500,000. You didn't understand the question. The question was, how much will you be funding your own account? Are you going to be funding your own account with a minimum of $500,000 as you mentioned? If the answer is yes, let me know so that we know what to say next to you, because obviously it is not everybody that has $500,000. Or now you said sorry. That means that you did not hear the question well. You funding your own account. That's why I said we're going to be working with some math formula, some questions here. And then Mr. Jacob said funding with $200. Okay, good. So this is where we're going to. As we've gotten one person, maybe the rest of you can also chip in and give us your own figures, because we said small account traders, right? This is where the issue is, small account traders. So now you're funding $200, and Ayim even said funding $50. Okay, now look at it this way. Mr. Jacob said projecting at least $1,000, but then you're funding $200. Now, if you look at the math, your risk on return, your risk on the investment at the end of the day is going to be more than 100%. Do you agree? Is more than 100%. Mr. John Adebayo said $500,000. I'm sure you did not hear the question as well. The question was your own account, the money in your own bank account. How much will you be funding your own 10 trade account to trade? How much of your own money, right? Okay, and Mr. Jacob said, yes, more than 100%. This is more than even 200, 300%, as you are funding $200. Now Mr. John said $500. So you can see there's something wrong somewhere, and we're going to explain to you so that everybody will know what we're doing wrong and why you need 10 Trade and why you need the funded trader program. So you're funding $200 or you're funding $50, as Ayim said, or you're funding $500, as Mr. John Adebayo said. But then you want to make a minimum of $1,000. Can't you see that there's something wrong there? You want to make more than 100%, right, on a monthly basis. You trying to make more than 100%, don't you think that would involve a lot of risk? You're putting in too much risk to make more than 100%. Mr. John is laughing already. So you can see where we're going to. Where we're going to is going to help you to shift that your thought process, and for you to know that, yes, indeed, truly, I need this funded trader program in my life. So you are going to be incurring a high level of risk. That means that you can easily lose your $200. You can easily lose your $100. You can easily lose your $500 easily, because you're doing what? You are over leveraging. You're using volume lot size that is too big for that account to carry, because of the reward that you are looking for. Because of the reward that you are looking for. So gradually you start to see that there's something very, very wrong with what a lot of traders, because we have more of small account traders than the big account traders. You would not be finding a $100,000 trader easily compared to a $100, $200, $500 trader. I'm sure you understand what we're talking about, right? So that's why we're explaining these things to you. I hope it is making sense so far, so good, right? If it's making sense, you can type sense. Just type sense. If it's making sense to you, you can type sense. We're going to continue with the information, and we're going to break it down so that you understand thoroughly, right? We're going to break it down so that you understand thoroughly exactly what we are talking about, where we're heading to. So if it's making sense, type sense. Okay, so what is the ideal monthly return on investment? What is the ideal monthly return of investment for any trader? Trust me, it should not be 100%. No, because if it is 100%, you can equate this to your risk. It means that you are looking forward to risking something too high. So normally we'd always say anything from 3 to 10% is good to go, right? On a monthly basis. Anything from 3 to 10% is good to go. Thank you, Mr. Jacob said, making sense, sir. Mr. Ayin said yes, sense, and Mr. John said sense. Thank you, guys. Right? We want you to ensure that you understand exactly what we're talking about so that you can take advantage or at the end of the day. So the ideal monthly return on investment, if you ask me, it is around 3 to 10%, right? Because the higher you go, it simply means that you are putting in more risk. Thank you, Ade Oluyinka, said yes, sense. The higher you go, you're putting in more risk and more risk. And then you stand the danger of crashing that account, right? So with TenTrade, you can get funded, you can grow bigger and faster. I repeat, with TenTrade, with the funded trader program, you can get funded with a big capital, you can grow big, bigger, biggest, and even at a faster rate compared to you funding your $100 or $200, $500, $1,000 at the end of the day. Interesting, right? So let's continue and I will give you more information. And this is a good one because you're going to be trading using money from TenTrade and you will keep most. I need to do this. I need to underline this part and keep most of the profits. Isn't that very good? You're going to keep most of the profit. I'm going to show you now, based on the T and C, right, how you can start, how you can continue, and end up keeping most of the profit at the end of the day. I want to believe that is very, very interesting to everybody, where you can keep most of the profit. Don't forget, TenTrade is just simply looking for profitable traders. If you can prove that you're a profitable trader, you will get the good funds from TenTrade, and then you will see what you see good returns at the end of the day. That is why you should not be placing too many trades, should not be using volume lot size that is too large for your account to carry. Okay, so this is truly a first of its kind. Who else is doing this? Have you heard of any other broker that is doing this? Right? Obviously, you'd have been hearing about prop firms, proprietary firms, where you most likely would have to write an exam. You have to pass in stages or whatever the case might be for them to allocate funds to you. You'd have heard of different prop firms, no need to mention names, but those that might know what we're talking about, prop firm is like firms that give you money to trade as well, this same concept. But a broker giving you access to funds has not been heard of before. And TenTrade is indeed a trendsetter, especially in the Nigerian space, right? So of course, that is a good one for TenTrade, right? You can also do your research on everything that we're talking about, right? To find out whether we are telling you the truth or we're just talking a talk, right? So now, the TenTrade funded program, right? The TenTrade funded trader program, right, will provide you with a certain amount of money to trade with, as well as training and support. So apart from the funds that you'll be getting, you would also get training and support to help you become successful traders at the end of the day, right? One of the major perks of the funded trader program is that you do not have to go through any exams. I just mentioned that not too long ago. You don't have to go through any exams in order to join. You're going to simply fill a form, right, while registering, right? You're going to fill a form, and we're going to look at the form with the questions shortly, right? And then before you know it, you will receive the funds after you register on the spot, right? That means that TenTrade wants you to hit the ground running, and then of course, hit the numbers that you need to hit. It's a thing of need, right? Because you need to hit your $1,000. That is some of us, our minimum returns, ROI, that we're looking out for on a monthly to take care of a lot of things. And then of course, to go on vacation, to take care of people, friends, loved ones, and so on. So we have 5 levels of funding. There are 5 levels of funding under the funded trader program. You have the bronze, where you can get the minimum of $10,000. You have the silver, where you can get $30,000. You have the gold, where you get $90,000, diamond, $270,000, and master, the whooping $500,000. And you can get all of them at a go. I'm going to explain also how you can scale up if it's from the bronze, the 10,000, all the way to the master 500,000. We're going to explain everything to you. Don't forget, there's T&C involved, there's terms and conditions involved for everything, and we're going to be looking at them right now. So look at this section over here. This is what we're going to be focusing on. You can see we have the bronze here, the silver, gold, which is popular. This is the one that a lot of traders have been going for. We have the gold, we have the diamond, and of course, we have the master of the $500,000. So you can see the account sizes, the different account sizes that we have right in front of us. And then what else can we see? You can see the profit target. The profit target, as you can see over here, is not something too crazy. TenTrade is not asking you to do 100% returns. Remember, the 100% returns, even more than 100% returns, is what a lot of traders are doing because they are trading with small account balance. But what TenTrade is asking from the bronze is just 10%. Just do 10% of this account balance. 10% of this account balance of $1,000 will be what? Will be 1,000. TenTrade is just telling you to do 1,000. Remember, this is the 1,000. Guys, listen, we said we're going to play around with math. Remember that this is the $1,000 that you said, not us. You said you want to be hitting $1,000 on a monthly basis, right? And you have the remaining 30,000 and the rest of them. But the profit target for silver, 10%, gold, 10%. From the diamond is now 5%, obviously because the account balance, right, the account size is much larger, and the master 2 is 5%. You can do your comparison here and see the one that will favor you based on your ROI on a monthly basis. The maximum drawdown is 5% across board from the bronze all the way down to the master. I repeat, the maximum drawdown is 5% from the bronze all the way down to the master. What does this maximum drawdown mean? This maximum drawdown is more or less the consecutive losses that you've been having. Let's assume you're risking 1%, 1%, 1%. Once it hits 5%, that is your maximum drawdown. You are not allowed to lose more than 5% of the account balance. So if you are trading using 1%, that is just more or less 5 losses, 5 back-to-back consecutive losses, and then you'll be discontinued from trading. But obviously this is real money, and TenTrade wouldn't want you to lose $10,000, and that's why TenTrade is looking for profitable traders. And you would notice something, as you have the maximum drawdown of 5%, obviously it will not make sense. I repeat, it will not make sense for you to be risking 1% of your account balance, because that means that more or less 5 losses back to back, you are out of the game. So you can now decide to be risking like 0.5, or you could even be risking 0.25%. You can reduce your risk tremendously to stay in the game, right? And then the minimum trading days is 5. You need to be trading for minimum of 5 days. And then the trading period is 60 days, which is more or less 2 months. That means that you are required to hit this target of 10% in 60 days. I want to believe that that is more or less doable. Remember, we said your target should be like 3 to 10% on a monthly basis. That means that you hitting 10% within the 60 days trading period is very, very doable. I repeat, it is very, very doable. And for bronze, the minimum trading size, the lot size, minimum 0.01. And of course, the average leverage is 1 to 500 on the bronze. And then profit split. The profit split now is what? Is 70 to 30 across board for the bronze, silver, gold, diamond, and the master, as you can see. What does this mean? What does this 70-30 mean? Who is the 70 for? And who is the 30 for? Remember, we said that you will be keeping, you the profitable trader, you'll be keeping majority of the profit. Meaning that if you're able to achieve 10%, which is $1,000, you will keep 70%, and that means that 700 will be yours. you will make 700. Isn't that close to the 1,000 that you want to make? Obviously, I'm going to show you I can even make the 1,000 or even make more than the 1,000. And then there is a registration fee, which is $300. There's a registration fee, which is $300. So we're looking at the T&C as well, terms and conditions for you to be able to start this and then take advantage of this as well. Don't forget, guys, if you have any question, you can start dropping them now, or you can write them down, because most likely we might answer your questions before we even finish. And then also you can do what? You can ask your questions at the end. Trust me, we will attend to you. We hope that you are understanding what we're talking about. If you are understanding so far so good, let us know. I need to type this as well, as somebody has been here who has not enabled the audio, and that is the person of Joshua Anifooshe. And Joshua Anifooshe has attended our sessions before, and of course should know how to enable the audio. So not sure why it has been so for this while. So I'm just going to type this again. Kindly enable your audio via Zoom in order to hear, and then I'm tagging the person at Joshua Anifooshe. So hopefully the audio comes on and he can hear us and we can proceed accordingly, right? So we asked a question not too long ago, but no worry, if no answers, let us proceed. So you can see with just the bronze, right, you can make $700, which is very close to your $1,000 target. Remember, you said you want to make $1,000 like on a monthly basis, and this is how you can simply, easily achieve it with just a target of 10%. That means you are not risking the bank. That means that you are not looking for 100%, 200% returns compared to what we talked about with what small account traders are doing. That means that you, if you fund your $300, why not, instead of funding your account with $200, $300, $500, why not come for this funded trader program, prove yourself, right? With just $300, you can make more. Your first take home will be 700. Then imagine you are making 700. Something happens when you hit your target as well, right? Something happens when you hit your target, you get scaled up, meaning that you can now use 2 times. You can use 2 times this account balance. But before I talk about that quickly, I want to explain based on the other parameters that we have here. If you look at the other parameters based on silver, gold, diamond, and master, right? Look at it very well. They all have the same trading period of 60 days, but then the profit target is reduced when you get to the diamond and master because of the account balance that you are now working with, right? And then the minimum trading days is 10 and 10 for diamond and master because of the account balance. And you can see that the popular one that people normally go for is gold. We're going to do a calculation just like this on gold, because if you look at gold, you can make 10%. Let's assume you can make the 10% and you are doing gold. 10% of 90,000 is what? 10% of 90,000 is what? Let me do the writing over here. 10% of 90,000 should give you 9,000, right? If I'm not mistaken, if my math is not, if my math is good, it should be 9,000. So you make 10%, which is your profit target. You make 10%, which is 9,000, right? At 9,000, you now get 70%. At 9,000, you now get 70%. So 70% means what? 70% means you're getting how much? 70% of 9,000 should give you about $6,300. Wow. Wow. I mean, what a wow. Meaning that if you go for the gold, you can easily be making about 6,300. I hope my math is good, guys. I hope my math is correct. If it is correct, you'll be making 6,300 while the broker would keep the other one of 2,700. Wow, interesting, don't you think? So you can see that as you start to scale up, as you start to move to higher account size, obviously, you know, there'll be some things that will be different. Like as an example, the minimum trading size has increased. It has to increase. The leverage also has reduced. The leverage is to protect you, to protect the broker as well. That's why you notice that the leverage keeps on reducing, because the higher the leverage, it simply means the more trades you can take based on the size and all, right? So you need to understand all of this at the end of the day. So as we just mentioned now, the popular one that traders are going for, which is the gold. With $90,000, you can do 10%. You make 10%, that should be $9,000. And you remember that you are the one keeping majority of the profit, which is 70%. So you keep 70% of this 9,000. How much would that be? That will give you 6,300 take home. You remember you guys said from earlier, you said what you want to be making on a monthly ROI is 1,000. So you can see how you can easily be making more than the 1,000 on a monthly basis, more or less. I remember we did the calculation for this one, where at the end of the day, you'll be going home with $700. But don't forget, based on the T&C as well, there's a registration fee. For the bronze, it is $300. For the silver, $900, gold, $2,700, diamond, $5,000. And of course, the master is on request. So you have to reach out and then we'll discuss better for that one, right? Because that one has to do with the biggest account balance available, which is $500,000. If you guys have questions, so far so good, don't forget to drop them. You can drop them now, or you can as well drop them towards the end when we get to the section for Q&A. I'm not going to drop this again for Mr. Joshua Anufo-Oshe. I'm just going to drop this again in the chat section, and hopefully he sees it. He has attended our sessions before, but not sure why his audio is not on, so he won't be able to hear. Guys, can you see what we're working with over here? I remember we said that one of the biggest problems that traders are having now is that they're trading with small accounts. You are trading with $100 as an example. You're trading with just $100, or somebody said $500 earlier. You're trading with $500. There is no way, trust me, there is no way that you trade with $500 and comfortably you would even be able to make $700. Trading with $500 and you want to make $700 simply means that you are looking for 100% ROI at the end of the day, and that is going to carry a higher level of risk. Why not use the 500 and then even top up? You can top up and come up for the silver, right? You can see the bronze, right, is $300, while the silver is $900. So this is something. Minimum trading day is you must be trading for at least 5 days, right? Minimum. You have 60 days trading, right? 60 days for you to be able to achieve the target, 60 days. So you must have traded for at least 5 days, right? Minimum, right? So obviously this is also to help you with the risk aspect. So you don't try to just do everything in one day and then place too many trades and so on. Okay, and Jacob has a question as well. The drawdown, okay, Mr. John said, okay, thank you. Mr. Jacob has a question as well. The drawdown, is it daily or 5%? No, it is not daily. It is total, right? We are not saying, please pay attention, guys. We are not saying that in one day you use 5% of the account balance. No, it is maximum. That means that within that duration, it is a maximum drawdown of 5%. You cannot lose more than the 5%. And this 5% also equates to floating, right? You cannot afford to have a floating drawdown of 5%, right? If you do that, of course, what are the probability? What are the chances that the floating 5%, right, is going to turn around and give you your 10%? And that's what we always say, make sure that your risk is good to go. Risk is very, very key, very, very important. And that's why we always say that you can also attend. You remember we said we will give you support and training as well. So we'll explain how you can be using your stop loss. We said something earlier. Look over here, guys. If you remember earlier, we said instead of risking 1%, if you're risking 1% on each trade, that means that you have just 5 trials since it's 5%. But then because of the account size that you're going to be trading with, you can be risking 0.5% or even smaller, 0.25%, right? So that you are not putting in too much at the same time. And then for you to say on a daily basis, no, it means that most likely you might be placing too many trades at the same time. You can see that these things that we're mentioning are the issues that traders had when they were trading small accounts. But when you're trading a larger account, you don't need to even trade every day. you're going to trade based on the best of the best trades. And we're also going to talk about the risk to reward ratio, because your risk to reward ratio is also going to help you out. So don't forget, guys, also it is a minimum trading days for the bronze, silver, and gold of five trading days minimum. And then for the diamond and master, 5 trading days minimum as well. You can get this information also from the website, or as we said, the recording will be made available as well on the YouTube channel, 10Trade Africa TV, so that you can watch it over and over again. Look, guys, it must make sense to you. Once it makes sense, then you can do what? Then you can, register either for the bronze or the silver. Remember, we said something also. You can see over here we wrote ×2, meaning that you can scale up as well. Meaning that once you start with this one, the bronze, $10,000, and once you hit your target, you can scale up to 20,000. And then once you hit your 10% target again, you can scale up again to 40,000 and so on. And before you know it, right, it is still the same registration fee at the very beginning. You're not topping up, you're not adding any more money, but because you are hitting your target, you are now made more capital is now made available to you at the end of the day. And these are things that are very, very important for you. And that's why we said 10Trade is looking for profitable traders. I'm going to show you the form you're going to be filling. You're going to be answering some questions as well based on your risk, based on your trading strategy, and a whole lot of other things. I think about 9 or 10 questions we'll look at together. They're just basic questions before funds can be allocated to you. Funds obviously will not be allocated to every trader, and that's why you have to prove yourself as a profitable trader at the end of the day. Let's continue. Any other question, we'll look at them as we proceed as well. Okay, sorry, Mr. Jacob, second question was, what happens if you meet the profit target before the 60 days? Well, it is 60 days. So even if you meet it before the 60 days, you can continue to trade. It doesn't mean that once you hit 10%, you cannot go past 10%, right? Your profit target is 10%, but it doesn't mean that you cannot even do 20%. So if you can do 20%, the better for you within that 60 days trading period, right? So if you feel you can do more than 10%, then good, then you continue, right? That is another good one for you, right? So minimum is 10% for you to hit that target within 60 days, but you can as well do more. Hope you understand that, Mr. Jacob, right? Keep your questions coming, and then of course, we would answer them accordingly. Remember, we said something not too long ago that you can scale up. Meaning that when you hit your 10%, when you hit your 10% target for the trading period, you can get double. Okay, Mr. Jacob said it's clear. Thank you. When you hit your 10% target for the trading period, you can get double the amount that you started with. So the bronze that was $10,000, and you hit your 10% target within that 60 days, then you get what? You get $20,000 that you're going to be working with. Remember, for the 10,000, you are going to walk home with 700, but now obviously, since it is now doubled, it will now be 1,400. It will now be 1,400 that you'll be able to walk home with, because now you making 10%, guys, you making 10% of $20,000. You making 10% of $20,000 would be what? Would be $2,000. I hope my math is good, right? Hope you guys understanding the maths as well, because remember we said we're going to be doing some math calculation here. So this is what you can do, the 10% of the 20,000, since you have scaled up now. And for this 20%, you are going to go home with 70%, right? You are taking home 70%. And this 70% of the 2,000 is $1,400. So you guys can see how you can be meeting that your target that you mentioned earlier. You mentioned that you wouldn't mind $1,000, right? But then we said to you, with $1,000, how much are you funding? And then some of us said 200, some of us said 500. And then we had to explain to you that if you are funding your account with 200 or even 500 or even 1,000, for you to make 8,000, you're going to be putting in a lot of risk, because it means that you're looking for more than 100% returns at the end of the day. But then we said, ideally, once you are looking at targeting like 3 to 10%, you are good to go on a monthly ROI. So make sure that your risk, or your reward rather, make sure that your reward is considerable with respect to the risk. because the higher the reward, automatically your risk most likely is going to go up as well, right? So we need to understand a lot of this, and of course, it's going to help us to be well balanced when we are carrying out our trading at the end of the day. Now, there's a one-time fee. Remember, the bronze was 300, and then we had the other ones for silver and the rest. Gold was 2,700, but there's a one-time fee of the $300 and nothing else to become part of the funded trader program. And then also you can scale up, as we just mentioned now. You can scale up, and the scale up, as we mentioned, from bronze, you can scale up to a maximum of 500,000, right? So depending on where you're starting from, if you are starting from the silver, which is $30,000 as the startup account size, the startup account balance, from 30,000, you can start to scale up every time you hit that 10% target, right? You can be scaling up from 30,000 to 60,000 and so on. And then your trading style, you can use any trading style at the end of the day. There is no restriction. Even if you are trading using an EA, which is a robot expert advisor, it is up to you, or you're using any other strategy. What Tentrade wants is you to be profitable and for you to just hit that 10%. Hit the 10%, right? That is your target for that 60 days. Just hit the 10% and then you are good to go, right? You are free to use any trading style of your choice, whether you're a scalper or you're an intraday trader and so on. But do not forget the maximum drawdown, right? So you can place as many trades as possible. If you like, you can reduce the risk to probably 0.25% or 0.1% or whatever the case might be. You would have to calculate your risk management appropriately, right? So we want to believe that you should be able to calculate your risk management. And if you do not know, we also have the beginners training that is being conducted on a weekly basis. That is being conducted on a weekly basis. You can learn how to calculate your risk appropriately, because if you ask me, it is more of your risk than the reward. You must be able to protect your account before you start thinking of what you can make. And of course, as we said, we have the education, right, by Tentrade that would help you to understand how to achieve all of this at the end of the day. You can make a higher profit, right, compared to you trading your own account. And then after a while, it becomes a zero liability. Let me explain the zero liability once again. Now, you remember for the bronze, the registration fee is 300. Registration fee is 300, but you make the 10%. 10% will now be what? Will now be 700. But then you paid this. This was what you did for the registration. You have still come out on top at the end of the day with 400. So with this 400, with the next one that you do another 10%, even if, let's even say worst case scenario, you are still working with the $10,000 for the bronze, right? And you make 700 again. 700 again now becomes your own. The registration fee is a one-time, as we said, it's a one-time fee. So for every new 10% you make, you are taking home that chunk at the end of the day. So it becomes a zero liability, meaning that you're not putting anything inside, and then at the end of the day, it's more of profit for you. I hope you understand. That's why we said there's a little math involved. If you still have questions, feel free to ask. And of course, we'll look at them together. And of course, you can withdraw your profits very fast, and the different medium that has been made available to you with respect to the withdrawals as well. Because of time, I'm going to breeze through a bit so that we give you the necessary information, or you can withdraw your profit once you have hit your target, that 10% target, and receive your funds into your bank account within 48 hours duration, right? So let's continue with the information that we have for you. Now, who can do it? Obviously, as we said earlier, profitable trader, and that's where you're going to be filling a form, right? Profitable trader. Why do you need to do it? Obviously, we've already talked about that. Because of the account size that you'll be working with, you'll be able to easily hit your targets. You'll be able to easily hit your target for that month. Some of you said you want to make $1,000, you want to make $500 because you have already calculated your rent, you calculated your feeding, probably school fees, living, and so on, right? So you can easily hit your target at the end of the day compared to you trading your own account balance, right? So one major advantage of trading the 10 trade funded account, as we mentioned, as we have been mentioning, and as we'll continue to mention, is what is the account balance compared to your own, right? So you can see the advantage of, connecting to the funded trader program, right? Very key, very, very important for you to take note of. So how can you start? Very easy. Start the registration process, which I'm going to show you. You're going to register, and then you're going to join with that one-time fee of $300, right? And if you look very well, no monthly maintenance fee. As you continue to trade, you're hitting your 10%. You don't need to renew this $300, but then anything you make, that 10% is 10% for you. Sorry, that's 10% that you make. The 70%, right, based on the profit sharing ratio, the 70% is for you at the end of the day. And of course, before you know it, you're going to have the funds, and all you now need to do is to conduct your trading, your buying and selling. And don't forget, I must also state this is very important because we always talk about the risk. Before you know it, that aspect of the maximum drawdown, you need to take note of that as well. 5% maximum drawdown. I can see a question has been asked. I'm going to answer that question. Let's quickly answer the question because of time. And this is coming from Mr. Jacob. He says, sir, I want to be clear for the bronze. Okay, if you make 10%, which is $700, I'll be giving $400. Why did the deduction of $300? The deduction of the $300 is your registration. For you to join, it's a one-time payment, one time of the $300, right? After paying same amount for registration, right? You've already paid. Oh, you didn't understand the $400 aspect that I mentioned. What we said, okay, let me use your question to answer. You have made $700, right? Remember, you have made $700 from your trading since you have hit the 10%, but your registration fee is $300, right? $300. So this registration fee, you can look at it as a minus, then this $700 that you made is plus. So that means that you are walking away with $400, right? Do you understand that now, the $400 aspect? I hope you understand this. So you are walking away with the $400. Hope you understand that now. It is the other ones when you continue trading, because it is a one-time fee. That means that the next one, for your next one where you're making the 10%, when you're going home with 700, you are going home with 700 because you are not paying another $300, right? The $300 is a one-time fee. I hope that is clear. Let me know, right? So let's continue because of time. If you see any clarifications, then we'll come back and then help you out with that, right? So for you to start the process from your client area, I repeat, from your client area, yes, it is paid before. This is like you're not understanding the little match. You are paying before, so you are paying before, right? It is $300, right? So you are paid $300. Let me put it this way: $300 has come out from your pocket, right? $300 has come out from your pocket, so you can say that is like a minus that's come out from your pocket, and then you make $700. Oops, sorry, this is not plus. Let me erase this. You make $300, or look at this. This is plus. You make $700, right? So you paid for the registration. This is for the registration fee, which is one time. For the bronze, you paid $300, and then you made $700. How much is that at the end of the day? So look at it very well and let's know. So you can start the registration process from your client area. Please don't forget, if you don't have an account with 10 Trade, do the needful. Contact the person that sent the link to you, to this link, and the person would assist you in registering, right? And if you have an account already, navigate to the funded trader in your account, right? In your client area, you'll see it scroll down, navigate to the funded trader section, and then you can click on apply now. Once you click on apply now, then you start to the process of registering. I'm going to show you the process of registering, the questions that you're going to be answering. I have a comment. I'm going to read the comment now. Because of time, let me just flip over to the next slide, and I'll read your question quickly. The question from Jacob said, okay, it is clear now. Thank you. So you understand now. I hope everybody understands. Please, if there's something that is still not too clear to you, we can address it over and over until you understand properly. Okay. So when applying for the funded trader account, you will ask a few questions. We're going to look at the questions now, right? So these are the start of the questions. You're going to apply for funding. You have to apply for funding. And then I'm going to switch over to the website now, right? I'm just going to breeze through that so that you see how it looks like. So this is how it looks like over here. You start by clicking on apply for funding. It takes just about 2 minutes, very fast. You just put in your name, your details. Can we get your first name? Put in your name there, put in Tolu, then okay. Put in your last name or Latunji, right? Just fill it according to your details. Please, you must use your proper details, obviously. Nice to meet you, Tolu. Thanks for taking time, excuse me. Thanks for taking the time to apply for the funded trader. Read up all of this since 2012, right? That's over 10 years. Centred has a world renowned reputation for funding and backing profitable traders. So you can see that we didn't just start this today. We've been doing it for a little while, and then it's something that you can obviously, connect to as well. Okay, what is your best email? Put your best email there, and let me just put something there. Guys, please put your real details. Put your best email there. On a scale of 1 to 10, based on your, okay, let's go back. Let me read that. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your trading skill? Whether it is 8, 7, 10, put anything, 6, 7, whatever the choice is, put it there, and then it takes you to the next one. Are you currently trading a live account? Yes. Trading a live account. And then go over to the next one. How do you implement your risk management in your trading? Give us some information. You need to give proper information with respect to your trading. You could always say probably you risk 1% or whatever the case might be. You risk 1%. And then also implement stop loss. So just put something, put what concerns you, put it there, click on OK. In a few words, give us an idea about your current trading strategy. Maybe you are using price action, you're using supply demand, you're using Fibonacci, whatever the case might be, just put it there. Maybe you're using supply and demand or whatever. Just fill the form according to your own trading strategy. Fill the form according to your own trading strategy, and then click on OK, and then give us your phone number. Give us your phone number, put in the necessary details, put in your phone number, click on OK, and then finally, thanks for applying for the Funded Trader Program. Our talent acquisition team will be in touch next in a couple of days. It will be nice to meet you and so on. So we'll get back to you. I don't need to click on submit. So when you give the proper information, then you click on submit, and then obviously Tento will get back to you shortly and then help you to get started, as long as you meet that criteria for the allocation for funds, right? So we've just looked at the questions from the website. That's what we just did now. So there are a few rules for us to take note of. Please ensure, that's why we have been stressing the aspect of that drawdown, that maximum drawdown of 5%, and there is no hedging allowed. Hedging is more or less when you place like two opposite trades at the same time, right? No hedging is allowed. Sure, some of you must understand what hedging is. So no hedging is allowed. Also, no hedging is allowed on multiple accounts as well. Please take note of that. Just a few things for you to take note of. And obviously, you can trade anyhow. You can trade news, whether news trading is your style. Trade news, whether you're a scalper, swing, position, or whatever type of trader, whether you hold trades over the weekend, it's up to you. There's no restrictions whatsoever. You can trade with EAs, you can trade with robots, you can trade with indicators, whatever. And of course, you have unlimited retries, meaning that if it doesn't work out the first time, you can come back and apply again, and so on. You have unlimited retries as well. So these are things that you need to know at the end of the day. Because of time, give you the necessary remaining information. You have questions, feel free to ask, and then you can always contact us much later if you still have questions. Don't forget, guys, this recording will be made available on the YouTube channel. So if you are not following us already on the YouTube, I'm going to drop that here quickly. If you're not following us on the YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I just dropped that in the comment section, so you can click on it. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on the notification bell, watch the past videos as well, and then comment and like, just engage as well, right? And I'll also drop the social media handles as well for you to follow. Make sure you follow. Make sure you also help us to broadcast this on your WhatsApp status, on your Twitter, your Facebook, and all, right? So people can also take advantage of watching the recording as well. So I've just dropped the social media handles for Instagram, for Facebook, and also for Twitter, right? So that is it in front of you. Let's quickly enroll so that we can finish in good time. Then we said something earlier that your payout, right, your withdrawals, you can get it in any of this, whether it is through the local bank transfer, through Bitcoin, through Skrill, any means necessary, you can get that. It's your money at the end of the day, right? So we make funding your trading account a breeze by accepting various payment methods. So you can do this as well. And then, of course, remember we said something earlier as a perk. You can also get education from us, whether it's the online education, because we have online beginners workshop masterclass that we normally run on a weekly basis. And I would also mention a few other advantages, benefits of trading with TenTrade as well. You also have the offline education. Our office is in Lagos, situated in Ikeja, right? You can talk to your account manager. If you're in Ikeja, you can always visit us at the office and then come and get more information, get more training from us as well, and we will help you to be able to achieve your goals at the end of the day. And then also, we're going to help you to build a trading business. One thing is very key, one thing is very, very important, and that is we must, it's a thing of must, we must look at this as a business. We must look at this as a business at the end of the day, right? This is not something that you're going to start now and within a week or a few months or whatever. This is for the long haul. But if you want to discuss business at large, right, when it comes to the aspect of the funded trader program or any other aspect, let us know. Remember at the very beginning, we just mentioned the different ways that you can earn under the TenTrade roof. Remember, we mentioned that you can earn by trading your own account, right? So if you need more training on that, let us know. We can provide that for you. We also mentioned the aspect of copy trading. We have another webinar later that would dive fully into the copy trading aspect, where we said you can be a fund manager under the copy trading, or you can be an investor as well under the copy trading. And then we also mentioned a bit with respect to the partnership, which has to do with the IB, excuse me, the IB, that's the introducing broker. You can also take advantage. And that's why we said you need to build a trading business. Now, look, there's nothing stopping you from taking advantage of everything. Nothing stopping you from taking advantage of being a funded trader. Nothing stopping you from taking advantage of the partnership, the introducing broker. Nothing stopping you from taking advantage of the copy trading, whether a fund manager, investor, or even an agent. So there are different avenues under TenTrade as a business that you can take advantage of, right? So there are always different ways for you to make money at the end of the day, right? So a quick one for you to take note of: please, slow and steady wins the race. And that's why, excuse me, that's why you should not risk too much. Remember, the maximum drawdown is 5%. And of course, now you have better funds to work with, so you can always reduce your risk at the end of the day. That's the second one. You can always reduce your risk at the end of the day. And make sure also that your risk to reward is well balanced, is in the right proportion. Risk to reward ratio, which has to do with, if you are risking 1, your reward should not be 1. Your reward should be anything greater than 1. Meaning, if you're risking 1%, or let's use pips as an example. If you are risking 25 pips, your reward should not be 25 pips and should not be lower than 25 pips. It should be higher. And your risk to reward ratio is based on your analysis. When you conduct your market analysis, you would obviously know where to set your stop loss and you know where to set your take profit. If your take profit in pips is lower than the risk, do not take that trade, right? And that's why this would help you not to trade anyhow. It will help you to reduce over trading because you're looking for the best of the best trades that will give you a good enough, anything from 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. Obviously, the higher, the better, right? Don't forget the minimum trading days of 5 days applies within that 60 days trading period. And then also try to control your emotions. This is very key, very, very important. And this has to do with psychology, right? And that's why, as you are not taking too many trades, it's going to reduce the room for revenge trading. It's going to reduce the room for a lot of negative things that we have been doing because of the small account that we have been trading up to date, right? And you can also take advantage of the 10-trade daily market analysis. This holds every morning by 9 a.m. I hope you guys were able to take advantage of the one I held this morning, right? 9 a.m. we talk about the market, live market analysis. We look at charts, what's happening based on the fundamentals, based on the technical, what to look out for, which will be a good one, especially based on the type of funds that you are working with. So you have questions on any instrument that you are looking at, we can always discuss it together, and also ensure that you stick to your trading plan. Sticking to your trading plan is very, very important, right? And this is one area that a lot of traders are not getting. A trading plan is very, very important, and we cannot stress it. If we were to ask you, do you have a trading plan? A lot of traders would obviously say no, right? Or some traders will say, I have a trading plan, but I am not following it. You must have a trading plan and you must follow it religiously. You must be implementing it. Your trading plan is your rules. You must be following it over and over and over again for every trade that you are taking. So it's just an advice for you, right, at the end of the day, and you must ensure that you follow suit on it. It seems Mr. Joshua Anifoshe's audio was never turned on, not sure why. At least he should be able to get the recording. And of course, I'll type that you can get the recording on our YouTube. I'm going to type it so that he sees it as well. You can watch the recording later today once it's uploaded. So you can all watch the recording, and if you have more questions, you can always get back to us. Okay, now before we round up, the other benefits of working with 10Trade as well, we have a Telegram signals group that you can as well take advantage of. All you have to do, right, to be eligible to join us in the Telegram signals group is to fund your account with a minimum of $100, right? So obviously when you fund and you're under the funded trader, you also get to take advantage of this. And then for the one-on-one, we also have a one-on-one 30-minute session where you can take advantage of this. You can ask as many questions if you need assistance with your trading plan, your trading journal, whatever the case might be, right? All you have to do is to fund your account with a minimum of $500. I repeat, fund your account with a minimum of $500. So you can see that once you fund, listen to this, once you fund your account with that minimum of $500, you can also see now that you can easily get take advantage of what? You can take advantage of the funded trader aspect, right? You can take advantage of the funded trader aspect, and then take advantage of what? Of this one-on-one 30-minute session as well. We have the daily live market analysis that we just talked about. That one holds every morning by 9 a.m. Take advantage of it, and also the weekly training sessions, right? So for you to become a better trader, a profitable trader, join us in all these platforms that we have mentioned. We'll talk about the risk. We'll show you how to calculate the risk. And of course, you should now have, let me put it that way, you should now have the proper mindset on how to approach the market, right? Do not approach the market now, assuming you are not even ready for the funded trader, right? But do not approach the market now for those that say you want to fund $200 or $100, which is not up to the $300 registration fee. Let me give you an example. Now you fund your account with $200, right? But then you're not approaching the market with the thought process of you want to make $1,000. No, because that is more than 100%. And that means that you are putting in too much risk. But this time around, you're still trading your $200 and then you are doing 3 to 10% on a monthly basis. So your $200 is intact and you're still making small profits. But that profit, before you know it, it will even grow to the $300 and you can now cross over to the funded trader because now you have proved yourself to be profitable over a month. or you can even top up once you are comfortable with your trading. So there are different ways, there are different angles to take advantage of the Funded Trader program at the end of the day. Very key, very, very important for you to take note of. And now we want you to live with this mindset. Live with the mindset of no more, I can't afford it. In life, you should never ever say that I can't afford it. You like that Range Rover, you like that Ferrari, don't say I can't afford it, but rather ask yourself, how can I afford it? How can I afford this Funded Trader? The Funded Trader for the bronze is what? The bronze is $300 for the registration fee. And then the popular one, which is gold, where you get the $90,000, right? Account size of a $90,000, right? The registration fee is $2,700. So do not say I cannot afford it. When you say I cannot afford it, you're already playing, there's this block that you've already set up for yourself. So you should be thinking of, how can I afford it? Right? And then trust me, you can take advantage of even up to the $500,000. For those that might be interested, of course, you must be a profitable trader. That's a lot of money. Reach out to us and we'll discuss better on how you can start up with that, or anyone for that matter. So let me ask this quick question as we'll be rounding up within a few minutes. Sorry for taking a bit of your time. Who over here is ready to start? Who is ready to start with respect to the Funded Trader program? Are you ready to start maybe with the bronze? Are you ready to start with the silver, whether it's the gold? Are you ready to start, and which one are you ready to start with? Right? Let us know and we can help you out further. We can follow up with you, right? Your account manager can reach out to you as well and then guide you further so that you can take advantage of the Funded Trader program today, right? Do not procrastinate. Today is the day. Now is the time, not tomorrow. That tomorrow could be tomorrow, or the tomorrow, or tomorrow. Next year could be tomorrow. Because before you know it, that procrastination is going to go on and on. So if you are ready to start, let us know in the comment section, and you can send me a private message if you don't want people to know you're ready and you want to go for the gold or whatever the case might be. Or you can as well get in touch with your account manager or get in touch with the person that sent you the link for you to join us today for this Funded Trader program. We hope that you have gotten value. Let us know if you have any questions, because we're going to be rounding up shortly. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask now. We hope that you have gotten value. Don't forget, you can watch this over and over again, and you can reach out to us if you have further questions, right? If you have an account with 10Trade, right, then your account manager is readily available for you to contact, right? And then you can, okay, beautiful. I have one person here, and that's beautiful. I have two people. So I'm going to take note of you guys. You guys, please also send me a DM, send me a direct message of your 10Trade client ID so that we can follow up with you as well. So we have two people, as you can see. I'm sure we can all see the names. We have Jacob, hope I pronounce your surname well, A.K. Amadi. I have to slow down for that. A.K. Amadi, who is ready for the bronze. And we also have Mr. John Adebayo, who is also interested in the bronze as well. So Mr. Jacob said, let me see how I can raise the registration fee. I like that. I like the fact that you said, aha, thank you, I got the name, thank you. I like the fact that you said, let me see how. Now you see that, let me see how, you have opened up the door, right, to look for ways to raise the registration fee. You do not say to yourself, I cannot, because once you say I cannot, you have put a wall in front of you, and then that means that you cannot move forward. So no matter what it is, even if it is the 90,000 for the gold, the popular one, $2,700 is not far away from you. All you have to say is, how can I raise the registration fee? That's what we want everybody to be saying. How can I? How can I? Not I can't. Remove that I can't and change it with how can I? And then you start to look for the ways to do this. Whether you start small and start trading and then you raise it to the registration fee, or you start saving some little money here and there until you get the registration fee, and then you start. You might also have some funds in your trading account already you're trading with. You can divert it this way as well. So there are different options. It's all about looking for options excuse me, all about looking for options and not blocking your, not blocking your, how will I put it? Not blocking your doors and saying, no, there's no way here, and then you box yourself. Okay, so thank you guys for those that said they're ready. Please, if you know, because it seems to be taking a while, we ask for your client ID. So if you know your client ID, you can send it to me. You can send a DM. Instead of typing to everyone, you can just send it to me. Let me see so that we can follow up with you. Can get your account manager to follow up with you as well, so we can help you out better. Okay, Ayim says, sir, please, can you drop your WhatsApp number? Okay, Mr. Jacobson, I got the name. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Ayim is asking for the my number again. Okay, no problem. I'll give you my number. Preferably, my name is Tolu. By the way, I think I mentioned that. I hope I mentioned that at the beginning. My name is Tolu Olatunji, right? So you can just call me Tolu. So if you want to save my number, please preferably WhatsApp messages, right? For a few reasons, because also I would be in one session from the other, so I won't be able to readily pick up calls. So WhatsApp messages would be better. So in good time, I'll be able to reach out to you. So that's the number, 0802-846-3230. And then also don't forget you have your account manager. For those, please, if you are here and you do not have an account, please, if you do not have an account with TenTrade, please kindly signify, right? If you also are connecting to us, maybe through an ad or whatever the case might be, let us know as well. We're rounding up now. And of course, as we're rounding up now, we want to say thank you, everybody for joining us. It has been a good one. We've done about 1.5 hours for now, explaining how you can take advantage of the Funded Trader program brought to you by TenTrade. And as I said earlier, right, I stand to be corrected. You can do your research as well. TenTrade is the trendsetter for providing clients with funds. You will not find this with any other broker. Yes, you'll find this with prop firms, but not with brokers, right? So we are bringing this to you and you can take advantage of it. You need more assistance, you have more questions, you can reach out to us. Let me know if you have more questions. If you do, quickly ask, and if not, we'll round up for today and you can watch the recording, right, on the YouTube channel. Don't forget the YouTube channel. Let me drop that again for those of you that might just be joining, or maybe your internet was a bit faulty, because I noticed some of us have been going in and out. So I'll drop the YouTube channel over there for you to see. So click on it, follow us, subscribe, that is, turn on the notification bell, watch the past videos. They are very, very helpful. Engage, like and comment as well. So if no further questions, then we're going to call it today. I think we had someone that just joined us not too long ago. I can see some numbers are going up and down. And please, for the next session you are attending, please do well to share the link with others so that they can also benefit from this. There might be somebody on your timeline that needs this information. It is absolutely free. And don't forget the aspects that we mentioned, partnership as well. We mentioned copy trading. So for the other ones that we're going to be having later this week and even next week, please do well to attend them, because we always say as a business, you can combine all of them. That means that you would also find how you can combine all of them and then earn from all of these areas. Now, let me end by saying this as we're going to be rounding up now, as I can't see any question. One major reason why a lot of people are not making money as well from the business, I'm stressing the aspect of the business, from the business of trading, is simply because they are not exploiting the business as a whole. You are trading alone. As you are trading alone, it is not every day that you get trade opportunities. I repeat, it is not every day that you get trade opportunities, but you can take advantage of the partnership area and earn on a daily. You can take advantage of the copy trading as a fund manager, as an investor. You can take advantage of every aspect of the business that TenTrade has offered you. And then you can be earning on a daily basis. I'm sure earning on a daily basis is something that you would like to take advantage of, right? If you like to take advantage of that, let us see your hands up, or you can just say 3, you can just type number 3 if you like to take advantage of that. because we want to believe, as we said at the very beginning, that you are here with us because you want to make money. And then we asked you whether you want to make small money or big money. And of course, you said big money. And we said, based on this Funded Trader program, this is going to help you to make that big money. Trading with your $200, $400, you cannot make so much on a monthly basis, right? But trading with like $10,000 minimum, 30,000, 90,000, 270, 500,000. Trust me, you can make a good amount. I want you to play around with the maths, right? And then you see truly what you can do. I wish we had more time, and then we'll be able to break some things down some more based on the startup registration fee, what you make from that first 60 days on the 10% target, and so on. So thank you, Tim Robinson and Abel Innocent, for saying 3. Thank you. So we're going to be rounding up now. And on behalf of 10 Trade, I want to say thank you to you guys. And of course, don't forget, you can contact us for more details. Contact me. You have my number. Contact your account manager. Contact the person that sent you the link. Reach out to us, and then we'll see what we can do for you further, right? So thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the day. And don't forget to trade safely. Ensure to use risk management, proper risk management based on your account balance. And then ensure to use feasible. Sorry for the English. Ensure to use